Go. Hi, my name is Jenica Heim, and I'm the Education USA Advisor in Canada. And today we are showcasing historically Black colleges and universities, otherwise known as HBCUs. So first, what is Education USA? Well, we're funded by the U.S. Department of State, and we provide free advising and resources. And in the Canadian office, those are one-on-one advising right now, completely on Zoom. I do a bunch of stuff on social media, but my one that I really excited to have people join is Instagram. So our Instagram, we do Tuesday tips at 4 p.m. every Tuesday. So you can follow and you'll see these pop-ups. I'm going to be doing that throughout the event where you can learn more information about the university that's presenting, or in this case, you can join my Instagram if you want to see some student spotlights and learn about other events I do, like future showcases, boot camps, and if you're not sure where to start, go to our website, educationusacanada.ca. I see we have some friends from Barbados and South Africa, so you can find your local advisor at educationusa.state.gov, and that is where you can speak to the advisor in your country. So today's agenda, I'm going to very quickly and briefly go over an introduction to HBCUs and their history. And then every 15 minutes, we'll have a different university present on their institution and their programs. During that time, you can feel free to ask them questions while they're presenting, but afterwards they're also going to stick around, so you can send them. I really encourage you, use the private chat, use the Q&A chat. So you can see right now you're in a public chat area, but if you look above that, there's other chat options. So you can always send me a direct message in the private chat if you have a general question, or you can put questions in the Q&A section for anybody to answer. So do feel free to utilize that so that you get the most out of your session today. And I'm going to keep reminding you of that. All right, so here, as I promised, this is an introduction to HBCUs. So a lot of times when I start these showcases, it's a little bit more about generalized admissions. But because today we're talking about historically Black colleges and universities, it has that word history in there. And it's really important to talk about what that means. So here we go. As indicated by the name historically Black institutions, it's important to start with history. Prior to the Civil War, slavery was legal in the southern United States, and segregation was common practice in the northern states. Several Black colleges were established in the North before 1861, the first being the one pictured here, Cheyney University in Pennsylvania. After the Civil War, African Americans were not only granted freedom, but also the right to an education. And so, following the war, HBCUs were established across the southern United States. At first, they were mostly private institutions, but an important land grant act in 1890 led to the establishment of public state-funded HBCUs as well. So today you'll see we'll have both private and public HBCUs who have joined us. At the turn of the century, or as the turn of the century approached, there were 90 colleges and universities educating African American students. In 1896, Plessy versus Ferguson created the legal precedent of separate but equal facilities, including in education, solidifying the absolute necessity of HBCUs. I know we're skipping ahead a little bit. HBCUs transformed in a key way over the early part of the 19th century. While many institutions were originally established to support education in the trades, ministry, and teaching, they began to include academic bachelor's programs and research-based graduate degrees, training more and more Black professionals as doctors, lawyers, teachers, scientists, and more. Brown versus the Board of Education was a turning point in American education, overturning Plessy versus Ferguson and establishing that separate was not, in fact, equal. Lawyers from Howard Law School, so you can see that them pictured here in this image, were key members of the legal team that helped win the case, including future Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall, who's kind of there in the middle, four from the right. He's got a really, really nice mustache. Unfortunately, segregation persisted after the Brown v. Board decision. By the early 1960s, African Americans were fighting for their civil rights. Students at HBCUs were key to the protests at this time. In fact, it was students from North Carolina A&T and Bennett College who initiated the famous lunch counter sit-ins. And I watched a film leading up to this called Tell Them We Are Rising, which I would recommend. It's a PBS documentary, and they go a little more in depth into this particular historical event. The protests eventually led to change. The US Congress passed the Civil Rights Act in 1964, outlawing discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, and national origin. The act opened the door to the national establishment of HBCUs in 1965. So this is really the moment when historically Black colleges and universities were named and became entrenched in kind of law as a group. The Higher Education Act was key to establishing federal funding and Pell Grants to HBCUs, as well as acknowledging the importance of HBCUs as part of America's higher education system. Today, there's 101 HBCUs, mostly in the Southern United States, 38 grant associate's degrees, and 83 grant bachelor's degrees. So I know a lot of you here today are looking to do an undergraduate degree. So those are the two different kinds. Associate's degrees are 2-year degrees, and bachelor's degrees are 4 years. If after you finish your bachelor degree, you're looking to go into graduate school, there's HBCUs, 52 of them have master's degrees and 27 have doctoral degrees. After the Civil Rights Act, universities slowly began to integrate. HBCUs still maintain their rich history and dedication to educating Black students, while also welcoming students from all backgrounds, making them some of the most diverse higher education institutions in the United States. I know many of you on the webinar here today are interested in pursuing university athletics. Most HBCUs participate in competitive intercollegiate athletics within divisions where scholarships are available. Today, we are going to hear from 6 universities from NCAA Division I, 2 from NCAA Division II, and 1 NAIA school. So if you are an athlete, do feel free to ask questions about what athletics are available at the institutions present here today. And then we're going to play just a fun little game, and this is just to be interactive. HBCUs have a lot of famous alumni and people that you are most likely familiar with. We're going to start with an easy one. And so in the chat, again, this is just a fun shout 'em out game. Who do we got here? And more importantly, probably, where did she go to school? That's going to be a tougher question. I'm sure you probably can't Google it very quickly. Also, I know we're on a little bit of a delay, so it might take a moment for people to answer and for me to receive that information. All right, Nevelyn wins by getting Oprah first. Okay, a couple people guessed Howard. I love to see that we've got people guessing one of the HBCUs. And Kiyon gets it right with Tennessee State. Well done. Of course it is Oprah, and she went to TSU. All right, this one might be a little bit tougher, but I'm sure some of you are familiar with who this is. And as a hint, he went to one of the universities that are presenting today. All right, does anyone know who this guy is? He is a rapper, lyricist, I believe an author as well. Oh, Jackie nails it. Exactly. It's Common. All right. We got a few people got that one in there. And Common went to Florida A&M. I know they're probably going to show his picture in their slides here. Okay, this one's a little bit tougher. So this is a historical figure who is really important in the HBCU movement in educating African Americans in the late 1800s, early 1900s. He was incredibly well educated, had multiple degrees, including graduate degrees from the US and I believe from abroad. Any guesses to, and I know if you're from Canada, you might not know this US historical figure. Any guesses as to who this guy is? This one's kind of fun. No idea. All right. Okay, Thurgood Marshall. Okay, I'll give you that guess. Thurgood Marshall was a little bit later on. Not correct, but I love your enthusiasm there. All right, I'm not seeing it come in. So this is W.E.B. Du Bois, and he went to Fisk University. So if you're not familiar with his work, definitely look a little bit more into him. He's one of, he's a pretty important figure in African-American history. And then of course, who is this? I would be remiss not to mention this particular individual. I'm also from California originally, which is, of course, her state. And I'm, in case you didn't know, Ruth already got Howard. Yes, Kamala Harris. And so Kamala, I don't know if you all know this, but her mom taught at McGill. So she actually grew up for a time in Montreal. So she has a really nice connection to Canada. Yes, Madam Vice President. Thank you, Amy. Absolutely. And she went to Howard. So that was just a fun introduction to HBCUs and just learning a little bit more about their history. As I said, it's important to understand the history behind them and the history of US education to see the importance of these institutions. And as you can also see, many of them are very old. They've been around since the mid or late 1800s or early 1900s. So they have a long established history of educating students. So here is what our agenda looks like today. We've got a really lovely, diverse group of institutions from 9 institutions from 8 different US states. Our first institution up today is going to be University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. So we'll just wait a moment as our presenter gets in from there. That's Constance Castle. So she's jumping on right now, and there she is. Hi, Constance. You're still muted. We'll make sure that I can hear you before I jump off mic.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
All right, I got you. I'll hand it over to you now.
Okay, thanks so much. And it's awesome seeing everyone. I am Constance Castle with the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. And as you can see from the beginning, we started recruiting early, from the very small all the way up to the adult that wants to come back to school that did not have an opportunity to come. So welcome to the Pride, everyone. And we also want you guys to know that we want you to become a part of the Pride. We want you to be here. So when you become a part of the Pride, we have a special little gift box that we give, you know, along with a pennant and everything. But I want you to meet our team, our recruitment team. Our recruitment team consists of there we go. Become a part of the Pride. Now, our recruitment team, here we are. Our recruitment team is, of course, myself, along with Mr. Watson, Mr. Strong, Mrs. Kirkland, and Ms. McKenzie. We all work hard in the Office of Recruitment so that we can ensure that you guys have everything you need to get into school, make sure that you are missing documents or what have you. But once you get into school, then we politely hand you over to those advisors and those departments in which you want to major in. Now, a few quick facts about UAPB is that we were founded in 1873. We are the second oldest institution in the state of Arkansas, but we are the oldest HBCU, having been founded in 1873. We have over 140 years of educational experience to give you all. We have 52 degree programs. 30 of those are bachelor degrees, 8 are master's degrees. We have the only and most unique PhD there is in the country, which is agriculture, aquaculture, fisheries, and we have 7 associate degrees and 6 certificates. That one PhD, though, Once you get here, we have over 150 ponds on the backside of our campus where they do research on different fish and different species of fish. And we also have a farm on our campus. We have goats, cows, chickens. We have all of that on our campus. So we welcome you to come and see. Our female population is 52%, and our male population is roughly about 48%. We have a student-teacher ratio here on our campus of 1:16, 1:18, but we also have 14 Division I athletic programs on our campus. Our admission requirements are as follows. You at least have to have a 2.0 grade point average and a 19 or its equivalent on 19 ACT and its equivalent on the SAT in order to be admitted to UAPB. This year, though, our application fee is waived. So if you want to apply, go ahead and apply. And simply when it asks if you want to pay, just hit pay later. But that fee is waived. And we are also test flexible for entrance into UAPB this year. And test flexible simply means that we want to give you the AccuPlacer just to see where you are if you have not taken the ACT or the SAT. We want to be sure we place you in the correct courses. If you don't need remediation, we don't want to give it to you. We want you to be placed in the correct courses. So remember, we have a free application and we are test flexible this season. Now, we offer scholarships. We offer scholarships, and our scholarships start with a 2.5 grade point average and a 17 on the ACT, all the way above the 3.75 and a 28 on the ACT. Online, you can go to uapb.edu. You can look at each of those and watch and look at each of those very, very precisely to see which one fits you. Make sure you get the precise scholarship. Make sure that the scholarship that you're receiving, it fits you, whatever your grade point average is. And we have 4-year scholarships, dean's academic tuition, university and chancellors. And then we have our 4-year scholarships that, well, don't cover everything, but do offer you a lot of money to go with that. So please check it out. And we have diversity scholarships as well, 3.0 grade point average and a 19 on the ACT or the equivalent SAT. Now, we have service-based scholarships. So those aren't the only scholarships that we offer. We offer athletic scholarships. So again, we have 14 Division I athletics on our campus. So you can apply for a scholarship. You just simply need to send us or forward some film on you, whether you play football, track, soccer, softball, women's soccer, and we have a connection to Canada as well. Our soccer coach, he's our former soccer coach because he decided to leave and go back home, but he did not leave until after we won 3 soccer championships. So Coach Roberto Mazza was one of our soccer coaches here, and he's from Ontario, Canada. So he did very well here, and we had a lot of Canadian students to come down when he was recruiting. So we welcome our Canadian students here on our campus. You can also become a member of band. If you're not athletic, you can become a member of the band. You can also audition for the choir, our Vesper choir. Just like our band travels all over the country, our Vesper choir travels all over the country and all over the world. They have been to Spain, they've been to Italy, they performed for the Pope at the Vatican. So they've done really well. So you can audition for our choir. We have 3 spirit teams on our campus. We have one that's a co-ed team, and we also have 2 all-girl pom teams on our campus. You just need to connect, and all of this information is in my slides. Feel free to go ahead and screenshot them if you would like to. That way you can connect with them, or you can go to uapb.edu and look into us further, and then you can also make a connection that way. But we also offer ROTC scholarships, our military science. A lot of students don't realize that military science, they have a lot to offer too. You simply have to have a 2.5 grade point average and a 19 on the ACT. That puts you in the category to compete for the 4-year scholarship, which the 4-year scholarship pays for your tuition, all of your room and board. It also pays for your books, and they pay for your fees, as well as give you a stipend every month until you graduate, as long as you're in the program. So you can't beat that. And then last but not least, we have an agriculture scholarship in 1890. I heard earlier when our host, Ms. Heim, was speaking, she was talking about some of us being 1890 schools. Well, there are only 18 of us left, and we are one of those 18. We have 1890 scholarship, and the 1890 scholarship will pay for, will offer you $20,000 in scholarships, in other words. So that's a great opportunity. So please go to our website and check us out. We have a lot to offer. Now, the next one is more so about transfer scholarship, and I just want you, I'm not going to stay long with transfers unless you guys are wanting to transfer from another institution. But transfer scholarships, we have $5,000 per year. We have what we call our Pride Transfer Scholarship. You have to have between 30 and 59 hours for that one, and it's $2,500 per year. But we also have an RN to BSN scholarship for those students that have a valid RN licensure, and then they have to have a minimum of a 3.0 grade point average. And yes, we do have nursing on our campus. We have a nursing program, and we have a sim laboratory where our students can go over and then work in the lab, just as they would be as they were at the hospital. But it offers them an opportunity to take the blood pressure and take blood and give shots on simulation dolls in our laboratory. And then for those students wanting to major in pediatric nursing, we also have pediatric sim dolls as well. So it gives you an opportunity to get a real feel for the nursing department and then what will take place in that department. Now, our summer programs are as follows. We have a Lions program, and Lions is an acronym for Learning Institute and Opportunities for New Students. You just simply contact Ms. Mills. Now, this is one of our programs where we invite our students the second summer session so that you can take 6 college credit hours. You'll eat on campus, you'll stay in the dormitory room, and then you'll have different college workshops. You'll do your early registration for the fall, but this program only costs $625. $125 of that will go to your room and board, but the other $500 will go towards your fees. But you continue to do your FAFSA, your financial aid, and that will also offset some costs if you have other costs. But the $625 is what it costs for the Lions program. Just simply contact Mrs. Mills, Carolyn Mills, at 8362. And this is a picture of our last year's summer program, and this was right before COVID. This was last year before COVID, 2019. So yes, 2019. So we want to be sure that we showed you this. And again, it's like a summer program where you can come and become acclimated to campus. Now, our STEM program, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, it's also a 6-week program. They pay you a $1,200 stipend. Once you get here in June, you'll receive a $1,200 stipend. They also work on your internships for you. If there are networking opportunities, they have networking series from professionals. But our STEM program, we have a STEM academy, and you remain in STEM. You'll get that $1,200 a month you'll get that $1,200 during the summer, but you'll get $200 a month until you graduate. And that's for majoring in any science, any technology, engineering, or mathematics for education and mathematics for business. So you can do both of those. And as you can see the STEM scholar majors on there: applied engineering, industrial technology, physics, animal science, plant science, any of those sciences that you can major in any of the sciences, or any of the science, biology or environmental science. That's what I was trying to get out. Okay, so this is our band program, M4, which is our band. We have a huge band. It's roughly about 300 members. So M4 is an awesome feat. They are a show-style marching band, and they are awesome. And for those of you that play an instrument, this is another way, as I told you earlier, to pay for college. You can earn a scholarship here. You can earn a scholarship. Please contact them. If you're a dancer, or if you want to dance or be a golden girl, you can also call on them as well. As everything is listed on our website at uapb.edu as well. Okay, athletics. Someone had a question about athletics. Yes, and here are all of the coaches. Please go ahead and screenshot this. This is Coach James for baseball, Coach Gamble for football, Coach Ivory for men's basketball, Coach Brown for women's basketball, Coach McCoy for track, field, cross country, men and women's. You can reach Coach Bumpers for softball. Coach Lucas is for volleyball, and Coach Solberg is for women's soccer. And then we have Coach Totten for men's golf. So please reach out to any of them. Screenshot this, contact them, send them your film, your information, or call them, simply call them. Either way, you can get in touch with them because they do have athletic scholarships available for you all. And we are, again, Division I. And I also want to show you this last slide. You know, we've talked about a lot of the academics on our campus, but we want you to realize that college is fun and it's a part of growing, and you make those connections and those lifelong friends that you have like forever and a day. So I wanted to put up some of these photographs to show you just a little bit of our graduates, some of our SGA, the cheerleaders, our volleyball team, the band, some students just playing guitar, sitting over in Hathaway Fine Arts Building. We have the ROTC, our Mr. and Mrs. UAPB waving, a couple of other students hanging out, and our softball team. So I wanted you guys to see that we have clubs. We have a fun side. We have the Divine Nine, which are Greek sororities and fraternities. We do have them on our campus. We have marketing clubs. We have biology clubs. You know, and if we don't have a club, guess what? All you need to do is go over to our student leadership and involvement. You have 5 members and you can start your own club. So that's another awesome thing that you can do here at UAPB. And so with that being said, you can contact us at 800-264-UAPB. That's 800-264-8272. You can visit our website. You can contact us via website. But the other thing, because we know that this is a generation of social media, you can also contact us at UAPB Recruitment Office for Facebook. You can contact us at Twitter at UAPB Recruitment, and then Instagram at UAPB Recruitment Office. Please go in and check us out. We welcome you here and we want to see you here. And yes, the SAT is waived for admissions. Thank you so much for asking. All we need is your transcript and we need a copy of your shot records, and you can enter into UAPB this season. And then the transfer options are available for students that are from other colleges, whether they're overseas or not. So thank you so much for participating, and I look forward to seeing you guys. And I've also put my information in the chat where you can go in and apply for application scholarships, for prospects, and you can also contact me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Constance. And there was one more question about nursing. Maybe you could answer that before you wrap up. What are the marks you need to get into the nursing program?
What takes place is once you get here, they'll evaluate your transcript if you are transferring. But if you are an incoming freshman, you will start out with your basics, and then you will test in order to get into the program, because you have to have your basics first. So if you're transferring in, they check to see what subjects you've already taken, and then what your grade point average is, and then you enter into the nursing program. But if you're an incoming freshman, remember, you have to take your basics and then you test to get into the nursing program.
Fabulous. And if you have any more questions, Constance is going to hang around and she will answer them. I saw there was one in the Q&A asking a little bit about soccer, so make sure to jump in there and answer that student. And then you can also send private messages, ask about the major you're interested or any other questions you have. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you as well. And I'll answer these questions.
Fabulous. All right, as you can see, those 15 minutes just fly by, and we're already on to our next presenter. We have Kentucky State University. This is Katie Bellman. Hi, Katie.
Hello, how are you all doing? All right.
Great, and your mic works great. I'll go ahead and you.
Great. All right, so first of all, thank you all for having me today. I'm super excited to be here to talk to you all about all of the great things that Kentucky State has to offer for you. Maybe open your eyes to some opportunities or experiences that maybe you haven't thought about, or maybe you just don't know about, because we have a couple of pretty unique programs. So just a little bit of background about Kentucky State. And we are one of only 2 HBCUs in our state. We are the only public HBCU in Kentucky, and we are the oldest HBCU in Kentucky. So we are located in Frankfort, Kentucky. That is the state capital. I mention that because for our students who are wanting to go into any sort of field like political science or criminal justice, this really opens the door for tons of shadowing opportunities and internship opportunities within our state government, because it's right down the road, less than 5 minutes away. Frankfort is a pretty small rural town, so you're not going to get big city life here, but Louisville and Lexington are both within 30 to 40 minutes of us, and they are the largest cities in Kentucky. So if you're looking to go out on the weekend, maybe post-COVID, once going out is a thing again, or if you're wanting to look for like a large mall, something like that, you're close to that. But Frankfort itself is pretty small, but you have everything you need within Frankfort and right here on campus. So we were founded in 1886. We became a land-grant institution in 1890. So for anyone who doesn't know, that means that we are federally funded to teach things like agriculture and the STEM fields. So we have incredible opportunities within our ag department. There are lots of research opportunities. We have a 300-acre research farm. So it's really cool. They have all kinds of livestock. They do horticulture, but it is absolutely gorgeous out there. We also have an environmental research education center. This is another large piece of land where they do a lot of environmental research. So if you're looking to do undergraduate research, this is definitely a place that you can do that. We also have a complete aquaculture facility. So this is, like all the ponds for fish farming. They do lots of research there as well. Even though we are a land-grant institution, we are still a liberal arts college. So just because you're not looking for agriculture or maybe a STEM field, we still have tons of majors for any kind of student. We do only have about 2,200 students, so we are a very small school. Your student-faculty ratio is 18:1. So your classes are going to be very small. Freshman classes, when you're talking about your general education, so this is going to be like your English 101, your college algebra, these are going to be your largest classes. They're going to top out around 35 students. However, once you get into your sophomore, junior, senior year, you're looking at more like 10 to 15 students per class. And I've seen classes as small as 5 students. So you're really able to get one-on-one attention here from your professors. One thing we are really proud of is the fact that our professors aren't just there to teach you a class and then send you on your way. They're going to act more as mentors to you. So they're going to kind of follow you throughout your entire matriculation here at Kentucky State. They're going to be there to help, know you individually, know what your goals are, so they can kind of help tailor your education to that. They can help you find, related internship opportunities and shadowing opportunities. So we are very big on that. Our faculty really do set us apart, but we are very small, so you don't have to worry about getting lost in the crowd. So as far as programs and majors, we do offer 38 undergraduate majors. We also have 9 graduate programs here. So I will say our most popular undergraduate majors are nursing, business administration, and computer science. Our nursing program was just named the #1 nursing program in our state. So we are very, very proud of that. We have an associate's in nursing degree. We have a full BSN. And something that's pretty cool, we also offer an RN to BSN completely online. So for those students who are wanting to get that associate's in nursing, get their RN, and then work, and then complete their degree while they're working, this is a very flexible program to allow them to do that. But if you are a student who wants to come in and do the full 4-year BSN, you can do that as well. Within the nursing program, we also offer a doctorate in nursing practice. So you could come to Kentucky State for your nursing degree and just keep on going all the way up to your doctorate. Our business administration program, we have lots of different tracks, and we have different tracks within all of our majors. So you may be a business administration major on an accounting track, or you may be a business administration major on a management track, or computer science, video game design, or computer science networking. So there's really endless opportunities for you to really make your major exactly what you want it to be. We also have a nationally awarded aquaculture program, like I mentioned earlier. So if you're interested in marine life or studying aquaculture, this is definitely a place to be. We also offer 2 programs completely online. So our bachelor's in psychology as well as our bachelor's in criminal justice, you can get both of those degrees completely online. If you are interested in a certain program, just let me know, put it down in the chat. You can also see a full list of our programs on our website. So as far as our tuition rates, we are one of the most affordable colleges in our state. We are also one of the most affordable HBCUs. So our president is huge on accessibility. He doesn't want any student feeling like they can't, get an education because they can't afford it. So you'll see that reflected within our tuition rates. So for a non-resident student, you're looking at $5,775 per semester. Your housing's going to top out around $1,200, not $1,200, $2,200. I'm so sorry. Housing tops out around $2,200, and then your meal plan tops out around $1,700. So we are very cost effective. Again, that goes back to our president's view on accessibility. So we're always trying to keep our tuition rates low. So just some of the resources that we offer to our students. We are really here to make sure that each and every one of you is successful and that you have all of the support you need while you're here on our campus and also after you graduate. So our Career Center is really, really great. They are there to help you create a resume. They're there to help you get ready for interviews. And they partner with companies and corporations across the nation and across the world. So they're going to have those job openings. They're going to be there to help you get your foot in the door to get that dream job. And the really great thing about them is even after you're graduated, you can always come back to our Career Center and talk to them. So you can always come back and see what kind of openings that they have. You can always come back to be prepared for an interview. They're there as a resource to you for life, completely for free. So our Thoroughbred Learning Center is our tutoring center. This is a full service tutoring center. If you need help in any of your classes, you can always go here to receive tutoring. We also have a health and counseling center. This is a full service medical clinic on our campus. We also have mental health therapists there to talk to you on a walk-in basis at any point in time. This is all included within your tuition, so there's no extra charge for this. Our university college advisors are there to help you plan your curriculum. They're there to help you make sure that you're taking the classes you need to take and you're graduating on time. They're also going to act as mentors to you and help you get involved on campus. So our Disability Services Center is for any student who needs any sort of accommodations. So if you do need those accommodations, make sure you reach out to them to get those. And then our Student Support Services, this is for our students who come from low-income families or our first generation. It's an extra mentorship program, just another layer of support. And then our campus police, we do have 2 police stations on our campus. They keep our campus very safe. They also monitor parking, so they can give you a ticket. Our parking passes are very cheap, and you are allowed to have a car as a freshman on our campus. So I'll just do a pretty quick brief overview on housing. So we do have 6 residence halls on our campus. We have single, double, triple, and suite style rooms. So the single, double, and triple style rooms, these are all going to have the communal style bathrooms on every floor. Our suite style rooms are going to be you and your roommate, someone else and their roommate, and you're all going to share a bathroom in the middle. So a suite style room, you're sharing your bathroom with 3 other people rather than a whole floor. We do have 2 all-female dorms, Kentucky Hall and Chandler Hall. So we have about 60% female students. So that's why we have those 2 all-female dorms. The rest of our dorms are co-ed. So it's going to be like males on the first floor, females on the other 3 floors. Also kind of going along with housing, our student center is within 5 minutes from all of our housing. So you have everything you need right there in the student center. This is going to be all of your dining options. And our campus is pretty small, so you never have to worry about having to like hike across campus to a class. You can pretty much get anywhere you need to be within 5 minutes. So just a little bit about campus life. So what is it like to be here? There is always something going on our campus. We don't call it the Thoroughbred family for no reason. So everyone here is very close. You're never going to walk across campus and have someone not talk to you. We are very, very close-knit here. We watch out for one another. We support one another. And you really, really will get those family vibes when you're here. So we do have the Divine Nine fraternities and sororities. They are all active on our campus. So if you're interested in Greek life, you can definitely do that here. We also have Student Government Association, tons of different student organizations. Homecoming is always huge, super, super fun week. And then our students are very active within our community doing community service. So if you are interested in other organizations, just let me know. And then I actually have a slide about athletics as well. So we are a Division II school. For women's sports, we have basketball, cross country, softball, track and field, and volleyball. For men's sports, we have baseball, basketball, cross country, football, volleyball, golf, and track and field. So something that's pretty unique is our men's volleyball team. There are not a lot of schools that offer that. So if you're interested in that, please let me know. And then we have a co-ed cheerleading team as well. We also have an absolutely incredible marching band. So if you are interested in marching band, this is definitely a place for you. We have our K-Rets that are with our marching band. We also have multiple dance teams on our campus. So if you're interested in band, dance, we have chorus, we have gospel ensembles. So lots and lots of opportunities to be involved on our campus. If you're interested in athletics, or maybe you're not interested in athletics and you're more interested in the academic side, we even have clubs for different academic majors and stuff. And we have tons of support groups as well. So in order to apply, our application is completely online. So you can find it on our website, kysu.edu/apply. For our international students, the requirements are just a little bit different. There is a $100 application fee, but you all can actually, I don't think you can actually click on that. But please reach out to me if you want to further discuss international student requirements. Our traditional freshman requirements are a 2.5 or higher GPA. We are test optional, so you do not have to submit SAT or ACT scores. And then for our transfer students, you have to have a 2.0 or higher on all of your college work. So this slide is pretty important. This is contact information for myself as well as Dr. Eric Yang. He is the director of our international affairs. So any students who are international students, it's definitely a good idea to get that application started early. Reach out to Dr. Yang. He will walk you through every single step to make sure that you are good to go. And then any questions you have about our campus, whether it be residence life, programs, if you're interested in a certain program that I didn't mention, or if you want to get in touch with coaches, any of those sort of things, please reach out to me. So go ahead and screenshot that. Send me an email. That's actually my work cell. So you can text that number, you can call that number, whatever you want to do. And then that QR code there, if you scan that, it'll actually take you to a prospect card that'll allow me to stay in contact with you regarding scholarships, new programs, anything like that. So I'm going to also put my contact information down in the chat. And I do thank you all so much. And I look forward to hearing from you all.
Thank you so much, Katie. I didn't see any other questions come in, but we're right at time. So definitely, if you have more questions, feel free to send private messages to Katie. She's putting her email right there in the chat as well. And remember, anytime I bring up one of those polls that says, are you interested in learning more information, just click yes, and you'll get an email back from that presenter as well. I'll be giving them, if you say yes to that, I'll give them your contact information, your email, what you gave to me to get in here today, and they'll send you a follow-up. So thank you so much. And we are going to move right along to our next presenter from Alabama State University. So we've got Shawanda Walker. Hi, Shawanda.
Hi.
There we go. I can hear you. You can hear me?
Awesome. Yes.
Perfect. All right. I'll hand it over to you now.
Hi, greetings, everyone. Like she said, I'm Shawanda Walker, the district recruiter here at the Alabama State University. And we will be going over the information regarding our admissions process, and I'll give you some information regarding our campus. That usually we'll play a video with everything that's included, but for the sake of time, we're not able to do that today. But I do bring you greetings from our 15th president, Dr. Quentin T. Ross. He is a graduate, and he just sent his hellos to everyone. A few facts about Alabama State University. We were founded in 1867 by 9 free slaves with only $500 in Marion, Alabama. And that's where we get our nickname from. We're known as the founders are known as the Marion Nine. In 1887, we relocated to the wonderful city of Montgomery, Alabama, and we're known as one of the oldest institutions of higher education. Here is a list of majors that we offer. 3 of our top majors are the College of Education, College of Business Administration. That's the college that I graduated from. Yay, go Hornets. And also our Forensic Science Department. Those have been 3 of the top majors in physical therapy. That and forensic science, they're neck and neck with one another. One thing that we like about the Forensic Science Department is that everything is hands-on. Most of our colleges in that department, everything is hands-on, and the classes are smaller to give each student that close-knit feel with their instructors and their colleagues. We do have financial aid opportunities and scholarships available. Our international department, that process is a little bit different, which can be found on our website at www.alasu.edu/international. You have to have a minimum GPA of a 2.0. If you've taken the ACT or SAT, if you desire to apply for scholarships, we will have to have the test scores. Otherwise, those scores have been waived for this year as well. The cost of attendance for in-state, for out-of-state, is around $25,446. And I think it's just a little bit more for the international students. Like I said, that can be found on our website as well. Our international department director wasn't available, but we will present this. And also you can contact me as well for additional information. Temporary changes that we made to our admissions process due to COVID-19. Students with a 2.2 GPA or above will be admitted unconditionally. And if you have a GPA between 2.0 and 2.1, we'll admit you as well, but you'll be admitted into the Summer Bridge program. That allows you to take those courses to bring you up to speed. So once you start in the fall semester, you'll be able to go ahead and start on your major courses. Also, we do, freshmen are able to have cars on campus their freshman year. The cost is $75 for that parking decal. If you don't have that, they'll give you a ticket. Also, another unique thing about our campus is that we have the Student Center that houses all of the major departments such as financial aid, admissions and recruitment, international affairs, student affairs. All of that is housed in one department, in one building, so that you won't have to go across campus to find everything. We also have the student hangout. The student hangout, we call it the student hangout, where you can enjoy your lunch. We have different restaurants such as Chick-fil-A, Subway, Beano Italian Restaurant. We just have a lot of things that are offered there, game rooms, everything that you need right there on campus. Our stadiums, all of our stadiums and sports complexes are right there on campus as well to enjoy at any time. Sorry about that. Okay, and to complete your application, you'll go onto our website at www.alasu.edu, and you'll complete the application there. You'll select undergraduate. If you're a graduate student, you'll select graduate. We do have transfer. We do accept transfer credits as well from international students from international universities, but that will go through our international department, Dr. Whitten, also. The next step, once you submit your once you submit your application, you'll want to submit your transcript. That's what we're reviewing now to get all students accepted. The deadline for the fall semester is July 31st. So you'll want to keep that in mind when completing your application and submitting your test scores. The sooner you get everything turned in, the sooner we can give you feedback regarding your acceptance. And like I said, the test scores, they have been waived now until spring 2021. So, but like I said, if you have to, if you don't submit your test scores, you will have to take the University Accuplacer placement exam before enrolling, and that will allow them to place you in those classes that you may need as well. Important dates for 2020, 2021. The scholarship application is now open and it ends February 1st, so you'll want to act really fast. Any scholarships that our athletic department may have, you'll want to contact that department directly at Bama State Sports at alasu.edu. They'll go over all of the scholarships that's available for our football, basketball, golf, volleyball, any sports that we offer. They'll be able to go over with you those scholarship opportunities that are available. All right, and our band, the Mighty Marching Hornets, that we are accepting videos at this time for auditions. You'll email those to eharris@alasu.edu, and as you can see on the flyer, those are the percussion requirements and the instrumentalist requirements listed on that flyer. So if you're interested in the band, go ahead and email those videos to Dr. Harris, or you can email him regarding opportunities when they open up for any other tryouts that may be available. All right, and we'd like to welcome you to Hornet Nation, and I thank you for your time. If you have any questions, feel free to drop those in that chat box. I'll also share that recruitment video with you in that chat box so that you can take a look at that as well at your leisure. It's going to have everything that we usually have on that video. I'll just put it in the chat box so that you can view that. If you have any questions after the event, feel free to contact me. That's my contact information. And you can give me a call, you can text, or you can email, whichever one that's convenient for you. And I'd like to thank you for joining me today. I hope that you select Alabama State University as your next place to further your education. Remember, it's a great time to be a Hornet, and opportunity is here.
Your time, and we have a few more minutes, so do feel free to put your questions into the chat. And I think I'll just jump on a couple of things people mentioned they were interested in earlier. So Patrice had mentioned she was interested in computer science, and we had somebody else who was interested in nursing earlier. Do you have programs in those fields?
We do have computer science, but at this time we do not have nursing. Most of our students, now we do partner with the nursing school, Trenton State University, one of our community colleges. Most students, they go over and take their prerequisite courses there. Then they transfer over and take like their biology courses if they want to further their education in that area or that field.
Okay, great. And we've got a new one that just came in from Tarek. He asks if you have a bachelor's degree in music performance.
Yes, we sure do.
Music.
Yes, we sure do in our music department. And again, with Dr. Harris, he'll be able to go over that with you as well, like any scholarships that you may have available, because it's not just for the band. You know, some students, they get the academic scholarships as well for the music department as a whole.
Excellent. And another question, do you offer master's degrees?
We do offer master's degrees in our College of Education program and our physical therapy program. And we just recently, a couple of years ago, we have the Masters of Social Work as well.
Excellent. And do you know if international students are able to be part of the physical therapy program?
They are, yes, ma'am. Now, the only thing about the physical therapy program, they only admit like 14 to 20 students per year because of the extensiveness of the program. They like to have one-on-one interaction with their students to make sure they're getting everything that they need.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes sense. A lot of contact hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Keep those questions coming. I definitely feel free to ask about the majors you're interested in, and anything else that you want to know about campus life. For me, I've never been to Alabama, so tell me, like, if I were to come visit you, what would be something that you would say that I have to see near your campus, or what are you known for in your area?
Oh yeah, we have the we're big and rich on history. If you know anything about Montgomery, that's part of where the civil rights movement took place. So downtown is growing really big. We have the Rosa Parks Museum, and we recently have the new museum downtown as well, where they can go and just enjoy the movement from beginning to end. It's like real life. So it's like bringing that part of our culture to life. So we are built on culture here, and it's not far away from our stadium. I mean, from our campus. Most students actually walk to that area. They have like the riverboat, where if you want to just have like a little cruise around the city, we offer that, where you can go on the weekends and have a good time there. And I love food, so there's always something to eat in Montgomery, Alabama. You can go any corner, any area, there's food there. I mean, all kinds. And that's what I love, trying different types of food. So they have everything that you would want.
When I do finally get a chance to visit the South, I have heard nothing but great things about food culture. So that sounds amazing. And Janik was just asking for clarification about international students. Are they allowed to get the music performance degree specifically?
Yes, they are. Our majors, all majors are diverse, so we accept whether you're in-state, out-of-state, international, whatever you want to major in, we're open to it. We do not put a limit on that.
Excellent. And here is the link that you can click on to learn more about Alabama State University. And if you go to the handout section, the kind of one-page review book is also available for download in that section here on our webinar, and you can get a lot of the information that Shawanda went over today.
Yeah, and I just put that recruitment video in there as well, and I'll put my contact information in the chat box as well.
Great. Yeah, and anybody who says yes to the poll to get follow-up, you could also will also receive those links by email.
Okay, absolutely. I'll go on there and chat with them as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right. You all have a great day, and go Hornets.
So our next university that, as we keep moving along, is going to be Claflin. Pamela Crawford is going to be joining us. I see that she's been trying to connect, and it looks like maybe she's connected by phone. Pamela, can you hear me?
Oh. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can
you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You can go ahead and get started.
Okay, my name is Pamela Crawford. I'm the International Admissions Counselor here at Claflin University. And again, thank you for having me. I just wanted to start by sharing that I work solely with international students on campus. We work a lot with all countries. I start with the students from the time that they submit applications until graduation. I work as the DSO on campus, so I handle all international documents for students coming into the country, and I assist them through the process throughout their matriculation here at Claflin University. So that would start with Honors College. Most of our international students apply through Honors College, so I assist them with the packages as they submit their documents, their transcripts for evaluations, the SAT scores, recommendation letters, resume, and essay. Those are the requirements to submit for Honors College. Again, that would include the packages for OPT, CPT, any advising for students while they're on campus as it relates to employment, working on campus or off campus, any documentation or issues that have to do with USCIS, all of those documents, the students will come to me to assist them with. As you will see in the slides, as this is a 4-year liberal institution founded in 1869. A lot of that information is on our website, and I do encourage everyone to go to the website, peruse the information. There's loads of information for all the programs. International students are eligible to enroll in any program on campus. We have the Presidential Scholarship, like I mentioned earlier, the Honors College Scholarship. We also have AIA scholarships for students who are not eligible, who fall under the eligibility for Honors College. As we go forward through the slides, again, a lot of this information is on the website, but a lot of the resources that students need on campus with freshman college, for international students, the cashier's office is an important contact. The Office of Admissions, which again is me, Residential Life, we have 4 different campus housing buildings for international students. One would be North, South, East, and West, and Claflin Commons, which is one of the newest campus housings on campus. We have the Student Health Center and financial aid available as well. The GPA is 2.8 or higher for international students, which I often find they score really high. So the GPA for international students are always higher than that. For Honors College, the SAT score is 1100. You do need to submit your SAT scores if you're applying for a scholarship. For general admission, the SAT scores have been waived. And the application fee has been waived as well. For transfer students, we do accept transfer credits. We also have a transfer counselor. So after you submit your documents to me, I then submit those documents to the transfer counselor, and we both would assist any international students who would be transferring into Claflin University. The information by numbers, the student ratio is 14:1. We have 37 undergraduate programs, 4 graduate programs, and 7 online programs. With COVID-19, we are now, because of COVID-19, we are now developing more online programs. So you can look to see more online programs coming to Claflin University. We currently have faculty and staff from 43 different countries as well on Claflin, at Claflin. There's a little, I added a little bit information about the degree programs you'll see on this slide. But again, I recommend all students to go to the website, and these programs are listed in more detail. Financial aid, as far as the tuition and fees, for most international students, again, they're applying through Honors College for the Presidential Scholarship or Honors College, or the Academic Incentive Awards, which is up to $5,000. But I find that recently, with the issue with COVID-19, we've had our international students who've been issued scholarships start their programs online, which has been an excellent opportunity, because I hated the idea of any student, especially international students, education being delayed any further. Some international students have gap years, so it's always about a year that they've already stayed home. So I was happy that we were able to assist those international students who receive scholarships, giving them the ability to start their programs from home. We have athletics programs available on campus. We are Division II university, but we have outstanding athletics. We recently had one of our track team join the Olympic team. He ran in the Olympics. That's one of the big points for Claflin University, and that student has now graduated. Again, my last slide is for questions and answers, but I wanted to go in a little bit more about being the DSO on campus, as I handle all the CPT internship opportunities. I assist the students throughout that process. Some of the big programs that we have under our internship opportunities would be Microsoft, SurveyMonkey, and Google. As students go through those different opportunities for CPT, the connections that they make with these companies usually last throughout their matriculation here. So at the end of their course of study, some of these students are joining these companies for OPT. Our OPT program for STEM students are 2 years, and those programs are extended out in most cases until the students, till these programs apply for the H-1B for these students. I handle these students throughout their OPT process. Throughout the 3 to 4 years that they're on OPT, I'm assisting the students, helping them to maintain their status throughout. A lot of the on-campus employment for students are in the different programs. Most of them are in the STEM and School of Business. We have different opportunities as well. I would also like to add that health insurance is very important for international students, so I help them through that process, applying for and maintaining their health insurance while they attend Claflin University. We also have a global student organization where all the international students meet monthly. They enjoy snacks and beverages, sometimes they have movie nights, they have different competitions that they enjoy. For those international students, in most cases, don't have cars. Claflin University does allow students to have cars and park on campus, but in most regards, international students don't have that ability. So we do transport students to and from different locations in and around the Orangeburg area. Orangeburg, South Carolina is a small town. I'm actually from New York, and transitioning from a big city to a small town, you would think would be a little awkward, but I actually enjoyed it, and I think a lot of the students enjoyed the quiet, small town feel of Orangeburg, South Carolina. The Global Student Organization also has an international night.
You can keep, oh, no, Pam, you can keep going.
Oh, okay. I thought the program cut off.
No.
The
next presenter's mic accidentally was on. Please continue. You've got 3 more minutes, and there's a couple questions there in the chat for you.
Okay, good. I'm just going to get back on to the site. The Global Student Organization also hosts an international night. This is one of the premier events for international students, where they have a parade of flags. We have meals from the different countries that international students serve, and also share information about their country and their cultures. It's always a great night, and we always have a great time. Unfortunately, with the different events that have occurred with COVID-19, we have not been able to enjoy that. They actually did it virtually this year, and so I look forward to that event returning. But again, that event happens in October around the 6th, and so we may have to do it again depending on what happens, again, virtually. But I hope I've been able to share some interesting information about being the international counselor on campus and some of the things that I assist students with. I just seen the pop-up for our virtual tour, and I hope everyone can take an opportunity to experience Claflin University virtually.
Hello, can everyone hear me?
I can hear you, but
Yes,
I
I can
think
hear you.
there's some difficulty.
Oh, great. Okay, awesome. I'm going to share my screen. I can't hear anybody. I don't know if we're supposed to, but I am going to share my screen here. Okay, great. Thank you for uploading our slides. My name is Kenesha Keefe. I am the admissions coordinator here at Delaware State University. I oversee the transfer, returning, and international students, but I am always happy to assist any and every student that comes my way. We can definitely go to the next slide. Okay, great. So this is our view book. It's actually available in the handout section. It provides great details about Delaware State University. I always like to start from our history. We are a HBCU institution, but we truly believe that everyone deserves an equal and fair opportunity at a great education, and that can be provided here at Delaware State University. We were established in 1891. We're located in Dover, Delaware. Delaware is the first state in the United States, so kudos to us being number one. Some fun facts about Delaware is we actually are very close to many popular states. Some of those states would include, we're about an hour and a half away from Philadelphia, which is PA, New Jersey. We're very close to DC, Baltimore, and Maryland, which is also great popular states. We're about two and a half hours away from New York. And we are 4 hours away from Virginia. So if you've ever heard of those states, we definitely have great close connections with all of them, which is, makes us very popular as well. Oh, is there an echo in my, okay, sorry. I see my camera is frozen, so I'm not sure if that's an issue. But I will definitely continue to go on because I know we're on a time crunch. But Delaware State University has over 40 majors and over 30 minors, so definitely take a look at that handbook. Again, it provides great fun facts about Delaware State University. We are a Division I institution. That means that we play in the big leagues. We actually play in the MEAC conference. We have over 100 student organizations on campus. If you feel that you want to create something new on campus, you definitely have the option to do that. It does have to be approved by the student government as well as the board members on the university. So we definitely have a beautiful campus. We're always continuing to grow and build new opportunities. Okay, great. Okay, awesome. We're always building new buildings on campus and just providing more opportunities and services for our students, faculty, and staff members. I'm going to go to the next slide. So our enrollment rate continues to increase 40% since 2009. Compared to other institutions in the United States, they're actually going down below 5.3, and among all the other HBCUs in the United States, they're actually going down 9%. So it definitely makes you wonder, like, what is Delaware State University doing so great over there? Well, what I can say is that we are a family-oriented institution, so pretty much that means that you're more than just a number to us. We are everyone on campus, including faculty and staff members. We are definitely pushing you and ensuring that you complete your goal, which is graduating in 4 years. And I definitely can contest to that because I was a member of Delaware State University and I graduated here as well. So I can definitely state that we are here for you. We're going to push you in whatever you need. We will definitely ensure that we have your back. I am not logged in 2 places. At least I don't think so. So again, Delaware University is expanding. We actually just purchased Wesley College. Is also located in Dover, Delaware. We are the first HBCU to purchase a non-HBCU institution. Wesley College is a liberal arts institution, so we are just very humbled and able that we did this, and we're the first to do this. So definitely shout out to all my HBCUs, but we are definitely number one. And we actually did this during a pandemic, so it definitely speaks volumes on what we can't do when we're not in a pandemic. So this is our president, Dr. Tony Allen. We actually were requested to come on CNN because they heard of the wonderful things that we're doing and how we're keeping our COVID rate so low. So our president, again, Dr. Tony Allen, definitely went on there and provided some advice to other institutions on how they can assist and ensure that their campus stays open during this pandemic time. So one of the things that we're doing great here is we're keeping our COVID rate numbers very low. It's actually 0.001%, which is really great. And the reason how we're able to do this is because we get tested on campus twice a week for free. So that includes student, faculty, and staff members. So again, this is free. You get tested twice a week. And because we have partnerships with the local institutions around, we actually get our results very quickly. They come back within 72 hours. So we're just proud that we're ensuring that everyone's safe. Our logo is It All Matters, and that definitely includes your health as well. So I definitely love to talk about numbers. Delaware State University ranks number 3 public HBCU in America. There's over 110 HBCUs in America, and we're number 3. So, you know, I don't want to brag too much, but we're doing a great job. And then we are ranked number 11 amongst all HBCUs in America. So again, we're definitely still doing good, especially if there's over 100 HBCUs in America. So definitely shout out to us. And we're just very proud of our growth and how we're continuing to grow with or without this pandemic that we're all experiencing. So let's definitely talk about the freshman requirements here. The first part is having an active application on file. The application fee is $35, but since you're joining me here today, we're going to waive that application fee for you. It's going to be GIFT 2021. Again, that's going to be GIFT 2021, all caps, no spaces. The next part of that is you want to submit your high school transcript to us. Certain things that we're looking for on your high school transcript is 19 core units. Those 19 core units would consist of 4 Englishes, 4 electives, 3 maths, 3 science, 2 history, 2 foreign language, and 1 social studies. Now, if your institution does not have foreign language, that's perfectly fine. You definitely can still get accepted into Delaware State University. The next part that we look for is your test scores. We accept SAT and ACT. The SAT is a little bit different. We look for 800 or above, but we actually only review your reading and your math. So if you ever taken the SAT, that total big score that you see, it actually combines 3 parts of the test, which is your reading, writing, and math. And again, Delaware State University is only going to look at your reading and math. So that total number is going to trickle down just a little bit. So I always suggest that students at least maintain a 900 or above. And for the ACT, it's just going to be a total score of 17 or above. So these are our requirements for incoming freshmen. So again, definitely apply today because the code does expire in 48 hours. So I know this is a big topic for a lot of institutions on here. Yes, we are test optional. So you still have to have those 19 core units that we're looking for, minimum GPA of 2.0. The only thing about test optional is it does forfeit your opportunity for any scholarships. However, because we understand that students are able to take the test later down the line, if you apply today and you apply as test optional, you can definitely still submit your test scores to qualify for a mission merit-based scholarship. The deadline to submit those test scores is July the 1st. So again, you can definitely be accepted. And you can definitely submit your test scores later down the line. So I definitely want to make sure everyone is aware of that. And yes, it's all caps, GIFT 2021, all caps. So this is our contact information. You want to send all your documents, so your high school transcript, your test scores, anything of that nature, your recommendation letters, even though it's not a requirement, you can definitely submit it as well. It's going to be admissiondocs@desu.edu. So definitely take a screenshot of this. It's definitely going to be important to send your documents to us. If you are applying for the test optional program, you want to email admissions@desu.edu. You want to include your first and last name and date of birth, and you just want to state that you're applying for the test optional program. Keep in mind, again, if you do have the opportunity to take your test in like March, May, April, June, you can definitely submit your test scores to us, and then if you do qualify for a scholarship, we will definitely award that for you. Alrighty, and then that's also my email at the bottom if you did want to check on your application status. So definitely, again, screenshot that and write that down. FAFSA is definitely important. It's that's how you process your scholarships as well as your student loans, and then you're also able to see if you qualify for work study. So I definitely would suggest that you put our code on there. It's 001428. It's not just for student loans. Again, it's to process your scholarships. You also get a Pell Grant, which is free money. I believe up to like $5,000, depending on your results from financial aid. So that is free money that you do not have to pay Sallie Mae back. So I definitely recommend everyone to complete their FAFSA. It is open right now for the next academic year. I'm just trying to speed through because I know we have others that have to present. We are globally connected with a lot of countries. Some of those countries would include China, Canada. We work with France. We work with multiple countries in Africa. So these students have the opportunity to come to our country at our university to obtain a wonderful education, as well as our students have the opportunity to go over there for two reasons: either for an internship, a paid internship in their academic field or program, and or they actually go over there to study and obtain credit for their academic program. So it's a great program. It just teaches us all that we actually are all the same. We are just one human race, just with different backgrounds, different native languages, but it's just a cultural experience, and I definitely recommend all students to definitely consider applying for the study abroad program. Each college, we have 4 different colleges that oversee the 40 majors and 30 minors on our campus. So each college definitely has a partnership with multiple countries. So definitely, once you are accepted, definitely get those information to see which countries you want to go to obtain a different type of experience. So HBCUs are definitely doing a lot out here. I'm sure, hopefully, you guys have seen the news in the United States. Our elective vice president has actually graduated from an HBCU. So definitely the sky is the limit. HBCUs are definitely doing great things out here. We're doing 60% of color engineer, 70% of color of dentists, physicians, and doctors, 50% of color teachers, and 50% of grad STEM. So these are amazing numbers. We're definitely creating change for our communities as well as our families. So again, HBCUs are definitely doing great things. We are actually one of a partner relationship with the Dreamers program, and that is for individuals who come to our country and do not have a social security number. But again, we believe that everyone deserves an equal and fair opportunity at a great education. So regardless of your background, your native language, what color you are, what age you are, if you have disabilities or not, you definitely have an opportunity here at Delaware State University. Thank you so much. And we do have nursing program, and we have 4 scholarships available. If you email me, I can definitely provide you with that information.
Thank you so much, Kenesha. And
Yes.
Can you hear me? I apologize. I had an issue earlier.
So with the written SAT part, we do not accept that. But if you do submit it, that's perfectly fine. And we do have athletic scholarships. So, but you would have to reach out to those individuals for those type of scholarships. But again, email me if you have any questions or concerns. I'm going to drop my email address in here.
Thank you so much. And can you all hear me now that I rebooted the session?
Okay, there we go. So thank you again, everyone. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you. And can you guys hear me on this side now? Can you hear me? Awesome. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kanisha, for your presentation. And again, I apologize that I lost a little bit of the sound earlier. So we're more than halfway through now, and I hope you've been enjoying our amazing presenters and their information. We've got our next presenter coming up, Bluefield State College, and we've got several folks from that team who are joining us today. So we're just waiting for them to come on to the microphone and the camera here. And thank you for all of you who've stayed engaged throughout. And like I've said before, if you have more questions, please use the private chat function. And if for any reason you don't get a hold of the admissions officer that way, like if they get disconnected, most of them are sharing their email addresses. If you didn't get a piece of information, you can send me a private message or send me a Q&A message and ask for that information. You can also, when the poll comes up, make sure to say that you're interested in learning more about the school, and I will be giving that information to the admissions officer and they'll get back to you. So there's plenty of ways to make sure you get all this information. And of course, we are recording this session. So you will get the information that way as well. It looks like Dr. Anthony Underwood is joining now.
I don't know if you can see me or not. Great. My indicator isn't there yet, but I know it may be dragging a little bit. Good afternoon, and thank you for having us here. My name is Dr. Anthony Underwood, and I'm the Chief Enrollment Officer at Bluefield State College. Let me move our... I'm afraid I can't see if our slide is advancing or not. Hello?
I'm on her, Dr. Underwood.
If you want to, you can just say slide and I'll put them forward.
Can anyone hear me?
I don't think he can hear us.
I don't think so either, James. Maybe he can't see the slides either.
I'm going to ask that our host advance my slides. I cannot see my slides for some reason. So there it comes. I'd like to take an opportunity to introduce some folks who should be with us here tonight. Director of Athletics, Derek Price. One of our admissions counselors and an alum of the college, James Shelton. And I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce Dr. Ted Lewis, who is our Provost and Vice President of Academic and Student Affairs. Dr. Lewis, are you online with us?
Right now, it's just showing me you, Dr. Underwood.
Yeah, I don't know if Dr. Lewis is having some technical difficulties or not. Okay, so why don't we just go ahead and jump into our presentation. I hope you can see the list of our academic programs. I'm afraid it's jumping ahead on me. I'm sorry. I hope you can see the list of our academic programs, which cover areas in business, education, social sciences and humanities, science, technology, engineering and math, and the School of Nursing and Allied Health. We do have a wide variety of liberal arts, STEM, and medical arts programs for you to choose from. We are extremely successful, and we measure our success by our students' success. We like to say that our story is the success of our students. And so just to give you a few reasons of what makes us unique here at Bluefield State, we are a 125-year-old HBCU institution. Our student-teacher ratio right now is 14:1, so this guarantees small classes and personal attention All the classes are taught by our faculty. We don't use teaching assistants to teach our classes. And we have cutting-edge technology, which means because of those small classes, you get immediate access to them. You don't have to wait until you're in your third or fourth year. We've recently been ranked in the top 15 among higher education institutions of our type in the southern United States by U.S. News & World Report. In the past several years, we've had 100% placement rates for our nursing and radiological technology and imaging science programs. And those programs are supported by high-tech patient simulators. We're actually in the progress of expanding to a whole new medical arts campus that'll expand our offerings and labs, and we're even going to have dormitories for our students right on the medical campus. So we're really looking forward to that. We have world championship robotics teams that are led by our engineering and computer science students, and we have national and regional award-winning teams in business planning and competition. Also, some things I wanted to point out. Bluefield State College is situated in a small city, but despite the fact that it's a small city, which we think is a big advantage for us, we're located right on a major highway in the Mid-Atlantic states, connecting really the north to the south part of the East Coast. We are an outdoor adventure area, so we have skiing and whitewater rafting and off-road and ATV trails. And we're really just a day trip from many of the major metropolitan areas in the Mid-Atlantic. So for admissions, you can apply at bluefieldState.edu/apply. We do not have an application fee, and we've never had one. We do need your secondary school transcripts and all official transcripts of all previous work, and those will need, if necessary, to be translated into a United States format. We do need a financial verification form that shows $27,000 US of annual financial resources, an enrollment recommendation by an instructor, coach, or employer, and a copy of your visa, and if you currently live in the United States, a copy of your current I-20. And you can learn more by going to bluefieldState.edu/admissions and clicking on international students. As for scholarships, we do have what we call Foundation and Leadership Scholarships, the deadline for which for fall 2021 is April 1st, 2021. We also have a brand new honors college that is a full tuition scholarship. It also includes things like books and other fees, and you get special research opportunities and unique classes just for honor college students. You also get opportunities for networking and mentorship and internship. So it's a really exceptional opportunity. The deadline to apply for that is January 31, 2021. You can also use the same website. We'll get to that in just a second. We also have academic scholarships. All you have to do to apply for that is to apply for admission and provide us with the necessary information. We began awarding back on November 6th for fall 2021, and awards begin with a 3.0 GPA and either a 20 ACT or 1030 on the SAT. Just to let you know, we do have a moratorium on test scores for admission to the college. This coming fall, we do not require test scores for admission. However, we do require those for some scholarship considerations, not all, but some. And we also require them for admission into particular programs like nursing and radiology technology and education. So you can find more information about the scholarships, and you can apply for all of these scholarships at bluefieldState.edu/scholarship. We also have athletic scholarships, but we'll talk about that in just a second. I'd like to briefly turn things over, and hopefully we can have a quick transition to James Q. Shelton. Now, James is an alum of the college and an admissions counselor, but he can give you an idea of what it's like to be a student at Bluefield State.
Good evening, everyone. Of course, my name is James Shelton. I'm an admissions counselor at Bluefield State. I graduated from Mountain View High School, and McDowell County is one of the poorest and uneducated counties in the world. But here at Bluefield State, I got the opportunity to grow and better myself. And I found a home in Bluefield State, and here at Bluefield State, everybody is for you, and they're going to support you the whole ride. So it became a home for me, and hopefully we can make it a home for you. I think I had some echo issues. Am I still echoing?
Okay, James. Okay, thank you very much, James. I want to move on now and talk a little bit about athletic opportunities for international students. I don't know if Coach Price was able to join us tonight. Coach Price, are you on the line? I don't see you there. He may be having some technical issues as well. I'll be happy to go through, and James works with athletics quite a bit as well, so I think we can easily help you out here. So our nickname of mascot, our mascot's Big Blue, so we're the Big Blues, and go Big Blues. You can see where we're located on that map that I've attached there. As I mentioned, we're right in the middle of the mid-Atlantic states, and easy travel to everywhere from major parts of Canada, but also the east coast of the United States, located in Bluefield, West Virginia. We too are from the 1800s, established in 1895, and of course we're a publicly funded HBCU. If you'd like to learn more about the athletic programs, and if you'd like to get the contact information or fill out an interest form for our athletics, you're welcome to go to our dedicated athletics site, which is go-bstate.com. So go-bstate.com. Here are our athletic programs, along with a picture of one of our former volleyball players, who was also studying, had a applied sciences pre-med course of study. You can see our men's programs there, basketball, baseball, cross country, that's American football, golf, swimming, tennis, track and field, and wrestling. And of course our women's programs, acrobatics and tumbling. We also have basketball for women, bowling, cross country, golf, soccer, softball, swimming, tennis, track and field, and volleyball. And of course you see that we have swimming there. That of course we have, we certainly have a pool on campus. That's just one of the many amenities that we have here on the campus. I'll let you have an opportunity to take a picture of that screen if you need to. Okay, so we are a NCAA Division II school, which means that we do provide scholarships, and we also, I may have failed to remember, we do also have women's soccer. Dr. Jamkandi, who's on the call with us, would be upset if I didn't mention that. But we are an NCAA Division II school. We play a highly competitive schedule in all of our athletic programs. And we've had 269 All-Americans. And I know that every single one of our coaches wants to make clear to every single one of our students and their families that we are absolutely focused on providing the type of academic success and support necessary to make sure that as a student athlete, that your success as a student is number one and comes first. And every single one of our coaches, I know, would tell you that. Finally, you do have to have eligibility requirements, to meet the eligibility requirements for NCAA Division II, and of course our coaches can help walk you through that. As I mentioned, we have extensive academic support for student athletes. Our student athletes, as a general rule, are have higher GPAs than the student body, so we're very proud of them. Not just the work they do on competition, but the work they do in the classroom and our laboratories. And of course, our athletic programs are focused on building leadership, character, and the ability to build teams amongst our student athletes. Thank you. I know we're very close on time, but I think we finished there pretty well. I don't see any specific questions for us, but if you do have any questions, please let us know. I'll put my email in the chat.
Director of Recruitment here at Southern University in Agriculture and Mechanical College, a part of the Office of Admissions and Recruitment under the Division of Enrollment Management and Student Success, of course, led by our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Jacqueline Gibson Priestley, and our Executive Director of Admissions and Recruitment, Ms. Heather Freeman. We're going to be very brief, very straight to the point. If you have any questions that you would like me to answer on this call, please feel free to put them in the chat. If you have any follow-up questions that you may have, I'll put my email in the chat so that you may reach out to me directly for either an admissions decision, application fee waiver, or any other information pertaining to Southern University. So we are a public, historically Black college and university in Louisiana. We're the largest HBCU in the state of Louisiana. So on our undergraduate landmass campus in Baton Rouge, we have just about 7,500 students enrolled here at Southern University Baton Rouge. Students actually return to campus optimistically and safely following CDC guidelines next week. We are a part of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, Division I, and of course, we're also pretty well known for our Human Jukebox marching band, voted the #2 marching band in the state of in the United States, only behind The Ohio State University, and our mascot is a jaguar. So we were founded in 1880 in New Orleans, Louisiana, with 12 students. We relocated March 9, 1914 to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. We now have over 13,000 students enrolled in our Southern University system, which I'll talk about on the next slide. 512 acres for our undergraduate landmass campus, with an additional 372 acres for our Southern University Agriculture Research Extension Center, which serves as one of our 5 campuses. We also have 13 student residential halls. It's never a requirement to take any classes. It's never a requirement to stay on campus your freshman year, but it is encouraged because there is a direct correlation between academic success and staying on campus for first-time freshmen. Of course, with everything that's going on, we have offered 3 learning pathways, though. We've offered in-person, online, and hybrid. We have over 60 undergraduate, graduate, and doctoral degree programs. I'm a proud graduate of Southern University, and I'm also receiving my master's degree from Southern University in Public Administration, and I'm scheduled to finish in December of this year, which is exciting. Over 100 active student organizations. The great thing about our student orgs here on campus is if there isn't a student org that's for you, you can start one. I serve as the advisor to 3 brand new organizations since I started here: Runway Mayhem, which is a fashion; Cold Blue, which is Stump and Shake; and then, of course, I started my own organization in the Student Recruiters. So and the Multiples Association. So 4. So if there's not a organization or a club for you on campus, start one. All you need is 4 other students and an advisor, and I'd be happy to serve as your advisor. Only HBCU land grant institution in the state of Louisiana, the Moore Act of 1862 by Abraham Lincoln passed, allowed us this federal land, and we also received federal funding. Only HBCU system in the United States. So you might ask yourself, what is an HBCU system? So that means we do have 5 total campuses. 3 of those campuses are in Baton Rouge on our main campus. So we have Southern University Baton Rouge, Southern University Agriculture Center, and Southern University Law Center, which I'll talk about extensively. We also have Southern University Shreveport, which is our 2-year sister institution in Bossier City, Louisiana, and we have Southern University New Orleans. I always tell students, man, if you want to get that Southern University 4-year HBCU experience, but you just want better food, go to SUNO. You just can't beat the culture and the food in New Orleans, of course. With everything that's going on now, it may be a different experience, but man, it's lively in SUNO. And of course, we have Bayou Classic down there every year. Of course, this year it's in Shreveport, but New Orleans is a school that we visit often. SUNO is a school that we visit often. This is your recruitment staff. Happy about this team. Me, Mr. Smith, Mr. Mark Young, our senior admissions recruiter, who pretty much covers every area you can think of. He's a 2-time graduate. And he's been here for over 20 years now, 20 years young. Ms. Elise Sheldon, she serves as our social media and communications coordinator. So anything that's communicative, she sends me any calls that I might need to be on. She sends me any flyers that may need to be posted on our website or anything of that nature. So those 2 and me, we're small but mighty, of course. Now let's talk a little bit about our academics. And I want to talk about our nursing school, which is ranked #1, and our law program, which is ranked #1. And our law program is also the most affordable law school in the state of Louisiana, around $12,000 a year before you throw in registration fees. So it comes out to about $19,000 a year for law school. Law school is at minimum 3 years. Why not get a great education and save money in law school? Engineering, we produce top 10% of Black engineers in the nation every year. Computer science, we're one of only 2 schools to offer a degree in cybersecurity in Louisiana. Our College of Business is world renowned as well. We offer accounting, finance, marketing, and management, and we're the only HBCU to offer a degree in philanthropy since fall 2018. This is important. Freshman dorm layout. It's no community bathrooms. It's suite style living, and it's no co-ed living. And you can have your car on campus as a freshman if you do decide to stay on campus as a freshman. You can move in with someone you know as a roommate. Just fill out that housing application at the same time before our May 1st priority deadline. But as you can see, at most you share a bathroom with 3 other people. The only time that there may be a discrepancy with moving in with someone you know is if they're an athlete. Athletes are housed in our athletic dorms, Reed, White, and Gradison. And then, of course, our band members. Band members move in earlier than first-time freshmen because they have band camp before school starts. How to be a part of the Jaguar Nation. I'm more than happy to leave this information in the chat. Apply at www.hbcr.edu. Send in those documents. We are test optional, so you really only need to meet 17 out of the 19 core requirements and have at least a 2.0 GPA. If you have above a 2.5 GPA, you can get an out-of-state fee waiver. All that's needed is a 2.5 GPA. There's no longer any test score requirement on there. With a 2.9 GPA, though, and at least a 23 on the ACT, you can apply for our Honors College Scholarship, which is very, very competitive. But the Honors College has money that they want to give away. Send that transcript, send those shot records, the immunization and meningitis shot records, of course, and your senior class schedule. Apply for new student orientation. That's when your freshman class schedule will be generated. Do your financial aid. It's never a bad time to see how much money the federal government will be giving you to further your educational studies. And, of course, do your housing application if you are interested in staying on campus. Of course, we do have affiliated housing off campus as well if you don't want to stay on campus, but you still want to get that close to campus experience. This is very important. Out of state, as I said, all that's needed is a 2.5 GPA, and it pretty much cuts the cost of your tuition in half. Of course, this is for students who stay on campus and receive a meal plan, that total per semester. Of course, if you stay on campus by law, you have to receive a meal plan even if you don't use it. I went to Southern, as stated, all 4 years. I stayed off campus, so my tuition was literally right around $5,000. So with TOPS and other internal scholarships, I didn't have to pay anything out of college. Then I came to Southern. I work at Southern. They're paying for my grad school. And there are opportunities out there for students who look like me and students who don't look like me to really feed off of all that money. I talked to Mr. Levy the other day, our scholarship coordinator, and believe it or not, almost $1 billion in scholarship money goes unawarded to students, not because we don't want to give the money away. Trust me, we want to give the money away because it's not like we carry it over every fiscal year. Our budget renews, but it's because students just don't know about those internal scholarships. So reach out to me. I can get you in contact with Mr. Christopher Levy. I can get you in contact with our Southern University System Foundation for all those scholarships and all that money. It really just lies waiting for people to reach out for it. As I stated, out-of-state fee waiver criteria, 2.5 GPA on your final high school academic transcript, maintain a 2.5 GPA in college, and then carry at least 15 credit hours per semester. And if you can't carry 15 credit hours per semester, as long as you have 30 at the end of every year, you're good to go. And that includes summer as well. If you have any questions, comments, and concerns, as I promised, short, sweet, to the point, as we always do here at Southern University, email your recruiter at any time, email me at any time. It doesn't have to be about it being admitted. If you want to get a virtual tour done, we can set that up to where it's literally like FaceTime. You come into one of the recruiters or one of the recruitment staff's private Zoom rooms. We walk you through our campus. We show you everything, and we waive your application fee. And we also are able to pretty much go hand in hand with you. If that's it, thank you, Ms. Heim. Thank you, Education USA, for this HBCU showcase. This is so important. I'm going to try to use my last 3 minutes because, of course, I do want to use those last 3 minutes. But this is so important to really showcase our historically Black colleges and universities to one person. If it was one person on this call, I would have hopped on because it's so important to spread not only the information and knowledge, but the love that HBCUs have, whether it's any of the other Claflin or Blue State or FAMU, which is another great institution. We'll never down talk any of our HBCUs, but it's so important to spread the knowledge, the wealth of knowledge about these institutions that are here to serve the students from day one. I will continue to leave a little bit more information in the chat. If you need anything post-call about Southern, about HBCUs, about enrolling, what could be next for you, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. And as we say, coming and going, go Jags.
Thank you so much, Malik. And can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
Great. Yeah, I think when I juggle between the mic and the camera at some point, the system just gives up on me. So thank you for just getting started without my transition earlier. And thank you for the great information about Southern. Please make sure to stick around in the private chat if you all have any questions about specific majors and whatnot. Malik will help you out with those questions. You do have another minute left, and so I would love to know, because I've never been to Baton Rouge, what's like one what's one thing about Baton Rouge, like a really cool thing to visit there, or something really unique in your city?
I think that, thank you for that question. I think that if I am exclaiming to Canadians that it's very bipolar. It's not like any other climate you'll probably visit, but the people, I think, Ms. Heim, thank you for that. The people in Louisiana and Baton Rouge are super friendly. It's what attracted me to Southern University out of high school. I visited, I toured, and the people were literally like family. I never been to this university until I visited late July, which, as we know, as admissions professionals or higher education professionals, that's very late to make a decision about college. But I visited late July. My mom told me about it last minute. She's a graduate, and I really wanted to go to Morehouse or Howard, were really my top two choices. Southern was always in my top three, but the people. I think that once you visit Baton Rouge or visit Southern, the people are really nice. The food is really good, and it sticks with you even after you leave.
Well, thank you so much for that, and that'll stick with me. And please, like I said, keep chatting with Malik in the private chat, and also make sure to say yes to that poll if you have if you'd like to receive some follow-up information. We'll go ahead and transition to our next presenter at Florida A&M University. I'm going to go ahead and hand it right over.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you so much. I just want to make sure that you can listen to me and everything is fine. All right. Well, greetings. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Paula Sofia Gomez, and I have the privilege to serve as the International Student Recruitment and Admissions Coordinator at the prestigious and historical Florida A&M University, well known as FAMU. I am originally from Barranquilla, Colombia, but I've been working for FAMU for the past couple of years, and I was as well an international student. So I've been on both sides of the screen. FAMU has launched a new and improved mobile app. It is available in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. You can search for FAMU Mobile to install, and you can have access to FAMU news and events, Rattler Athletics news, schedules, social media. We have Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And you can interact with us. You can also take a virtual tour and get a lot of information from FAMU. The formation, Florida A&M University is a public historical Black college university located in Tallahassee, Florida. We're not in Miami, we're not in Tampa, we're not in Orlando. We're really close from those cities. We're in the north part of the state. We're the capital city of Florida. We celebrated last year 133 years of existence. As Dr. Larry Robinson, our current president, said, Founders Day is an occasion for celebration and reflection. We can celebrate our accomplishments that attest to how far we have come and reflect on the responsibility we yet have to influence the future through our work as an institution. We have very famous alumni. They went to FAMU. We have the first one is Kate Michelle. She's an American singer, songwriter, and television personality. We also have Common the rapper. He's an American actor, writer, philanthropist, and activist. He studied in the School of Business and Industry. We have Miss Keisha Lance Bottoms, is the current mayor of Atlanta, Georgia. She was elected mayor in 2017. She went to the School of Journalism and Graphic Communication. We have Mr. John Thompson. He's serving as the current chairman of Microsoft. In 2014, Mr. Thompson was appointed as chairman of Microsoft, succeeding Mr. Bill Gates. He received a bachelor's in business in 1971. We also have Miss Pamela Oliver. She's an American sportscaster known for her work on the sidelines for the NBA and the NFL. And we have Mr. Will Packer. He is an American film producer. He's the founder of the Will Packer Productions and Will Packer Media. He produced movies like Girls Trip, Ride Along, and Think Like a Man. They have grossed worldwide over $1 billion combined at the box office. He studied electrical engineer in 1996 at FAMU. So these famous alumni, they still come to FAMU. They talk in the, they give graduation speeches, convocations. We're very, very connected to them. As you can see, here is a main picture of FAMU, one of America's top colleges according to Forbes magazine. Florida A&M is again the highest ranked public historical Black college and university according to the U.S. News and World Report 2021 Best Colleges ranking of top public universities. In addition, the FAMU FSU College of Engineering is also ranked number 2 among all Florida engineering programs. We are also number 1 HBCU for research and development, number 1 producer of African Americans with PhD, and number 1 producer of African American bachelor's degree. There are a lot of opportunities to excel in lots of different areas. Being a smaller school, it's easier to find opportunities like internships or research projects. There are a lot of chances to network with staff, professors, and other students. The culture is really tight-knit, and you will hear a lot the word family around. Funding opportunities for projects are all over the place, and Tallahassee can feel like a small town. It has a vibrant young adult population, which is nice for staying busy in a college town. In my opinion, FAMU campus is one of the most beautiful spots in town. We have 14 schools and colleges. We offer 56 bachelor's degree, 29 master's degree, 3 professional degrees, and 12 doctoral degrees. We have programs like the College of Engineering is a joint program, it's a unique program in the nation with our universities, Florida A&M University and Florida State University. We offer bachelor's degree, master's degree, and PhD degrees in chemical, biomedical, civil, computer, electrical, industrial, and mechanical engineering. We also have the SBI or School of Business. We offer accounting, business administration, with major in facilities management, economy, and minor in business. We also have the School of Architecture and Engineering, the College of Science and Technology, and we are also well known because of our College of Agriculture and Food Science, journalism. We also have College of Education, School of Allied Health Science, Social Science, Art and Humanities. We also have the School of Environment, Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Science, School of the Environment, School of Nursing, College of Law, that is located in Orlando, Florida. But you can check all this information www.fami.edu. We have some admissions requirement for all international students. You have to complete an online application, and normally it's it has an application fee of $35. You need a minimum requirement of 3.0 GPA on a scale of 4. We need academic units 18. You have to take English, math, natural science, social science, foreign language, and additional academic core units while you are in high school. You need to take the SAT or ACT. Unfortunately, all the Florida State University system is the SAT or the ACT are not waived for this year. You have to take it to apply and submit all those scores to FAMU. You have to write down an essay. We need 2 letters of recommendations, official high school transcripts, and you have to provide a certification of financial responsibility to make sure that you can afford your studies at FAMU during the first 12 months. We have some deadlines for fall. It's going to be May 1st. For spring next year, it's going to be November 1st. And for summer next year, it's going to be March. FAMU students move into a newly opened FAMU Towers. It's a university brand new residence hall. The 700-bed facility costs around $56 million and was constructed with funds from $125 million loan from the U.S. Department of Education, designated to assist the nation's historically Black colleges and universities with construction project. We can also find clubs and organizations, or more than 100 active student clubs and organizations at FAMU. You can also volunteer and have internship opportunities. We have the Career Center that advise students in this piece. We also have a gym. It's a campus recreation where you can participate in all kinds of sports. We also have student unions, special events, and different dining areas and bowling games, salon, and barbershop. The mission of the International Education and Development Office is to foster campus internationalization and raise awareness of the value of international education, inclusion, and intercultural diversity. We serve students, faculty, staff, and the community with the goal of creating leaders who possess the skills necessary to function in a globally interconnected world. Two main units in this office is the Education Abroad and Exchanges, where we have more than 60 partnerships with universities and organizations to send our students abroad to different places in Africa, China, Brazil, Europe, Costa Rica, Latin America. And it depends on the program, depends on the classes that are available for students to apply. We also have scholarships that you can apply to, but that's one of my colleague expertise, Ms. Sasha Benedict. We also have, as part of the International Education and Development Office, we're in charge of all international students. So since last year, we became officially part of the You Are Welcome Here campaign. So the number of international students in the US has grown steadily over the past 10 years to over 1 million in academic year 2018-2019. In an increasingly interconnected world in which global awareness has become essential, international students are one way to internationalize the campus and provide students with the opportunity for cross-cultural experiences in the classroom. Your welcome here is a welcome message from U.S. higher education to international students around the world. It is a campaign designed to affirm that our institution is diverse, friendly, safe, and committed to student development. We support internationalization across our campus community and across the country. I'm not sure if we can play the video, but we have one of our international students. She is from Canada, and she's part of the International Student Mentor Program. The International Student Mentor Program was created a few years ago with the grad studies and the International Education and Development Office to support all new international students on campus. So we create a safe environment. We match all international students with new international students to, create a friendship, but also to assist those new international students with everything related to FAMU and to Tallahassee. So she's part of that program. And that would be all for me. I don't know if you guys have any questions. I can leave my information in the chat in a few minutes. Jenica, back to you.
Well, thank you so much, Paula, for the information. And we're actually going to post, so Paula gave us that student spotlight, and we will post it on our Instagram most likely next week so that you'll get a chance to see that video. You can also, let's see. The other thing I really always love to point out is that all the public schools in Florida are part of the Florida Canada Linkage Institute Award. So do you want to spend just a second on that?
Yeah, well, yes, that means that the student can apply to this scholarship, and instead of paying the out-of-state tuition, they can be considered Florida residents for tuition purposes, which is a huge change. But all the students have to apply and go through a different process. So doesn't mean that necessarily if you apply, you get the scholarship. You're competing with all other students that are applying to different universities in Florida.
Yeah, absolutely. So I put the link in there in case anyone's interested. And if there's, and if you have any more questions about that, I'm happy to help students with that information. Thanks again, Paula, and for the information on FAMU, and definitely share that link to the video that you have. I'm happy to put that in the handout section so students can check that out too.
Thank you for the invite. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Oh, and let's get your pop-up up. There we go. All right, and thank you to everybody who's been here throughout. We are heading into our final institution today. Christopher Stewart from Dillard University will be joining us. So we're just waiting a moment while Christopher gets on the line. In the meantime, if anybody has any additional questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. Remember, you can always private chat the institutions that are still here. Hi, Christopher.
Hello.
All right, I can hear you. Go right ahead.
All right. Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. It is my pleasure to bring you greetings from Dillard University. We are located in the beautiful city of New Orleans in the state of Louisiana. Let's see. So here at Dillard, our mission is to prepare our students to, through their experience as students here at Dillard, to, once they graduate, to go out into the world and to be able to compete with people from all across, no matter the institution that they went to be able to really use their education and make a change within the world, within their respective career field. And so we enforce that within our curriculum and within many of the activities and other programs that we have offered on our campus. So this is just a picture of our campus from the center. We, in 2020, we were ranked as one of the most beautiful campuses in the nation by US World News and Reports. So few things about us. We are a private institution. We're a 4-year liberal arts, and we are the oldest historically Black college university in the state of Louisiana. Our students represent 33 states, actually I think it's 35 states now, and 12 different countries. And we have a little over 1,300 students enrolled. And so we are a relatively small school. Our average class size is about 18 students, and the student to faculty ratio is about 14:1. So for our students, they get the opportunity to have a much more personalized experience. They have the opportunity for more opportunities, more internships, more research programs, more fellowships, because they're not competing against a large number of students. Being in an institution that is of our size, your professors know who you are. So you get the opportunity for your professors to say, hey, I have this scholarship opportunity, you should apply for it. Hey, I have this internship experience that I'm going to recommend you for. So you get a lot of different opportunities that you typically would not get at a larger institution. We offer 21 academic programs. So starting with our School of STEM, we offer biology, chemistry, computer science with the concentration in scientific technology, mathematics and actuarial science, and physics with concentrations in pre-engineering and medical physics. We are actually ranked as the top producer of African Americans with degrees in physics in the United States, and also the highest producer of African American women with PhDs in physics in the United States as well. So we have some really, really great opportunities for our students in our physics program through pre-engineering as well as through medical physics. We're the only school in Louisiana with an undergraduate physics laser research facility as well. So our students get some really good opportunities because of some of the unique things that we have within our program. Then under our School of Humanities, we offer English, film, mass communications with concentrations in multimedia journalism and public relations. We also offer music with concentrations in vocal performance and music industry. And then we offer theater with concentrations in performance and technology. Under our Mascot program, we have our own television studio, radio station, and recording studio on campus. So our students, again, get some really great opportunities in that area. We have the oldest theater arts program of any HBCU in the United States. And so typically throughout, on an average year, we would do 2 major productions in that school year. And so our students are getting that opportunity. Many of our theater students go on and they're working within the television and film industry as well. So you get, again, some good opportunities that start while you are a student at Dillard. Many of these students started off being extras, and some even with roles while they were students at Dillard, applying for or auditioning for roles on different productions that were being filmed in New Orleans. And once they graduated, it just opened up more opportunities for them. Okay. Under our School of Social Sciences, we offer criminal justice, political science, psychology, social work, urban studies, and public policy. Then our School of Health and Wellness, we offer the major of public health with concentrations in community health, health systems management, and health sciences with a concentration in pre-occupational or pre-physical therapy. Under our School of Public Health, we have dual degree programs established with Tulane University and Louisiana State University. So our students get the opportunity to do 3 years at Dillard and 2 years at one of those schools, earning their master's degree in their respective concentration of public health and health sciences. Then we have our College of Nursing. Dillard is actually the oldest accredited nursing program in the state of Louisiana. Our students, when they graduate, they would have earned their Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. So it's a very historic, very significant program within the state. It is our most competitive program at Dillard University. It is the only program that has a separate admissions process. So students are admitted into Dillard University first, and then during their first year, they then apply into the School of Nursing. For students who are transferring in, that process is a little bit different, but it's still a very simple process to work through. There are College of Business. We offer the majors of accounting, financial economics, and business administration. Under business administration, we offer the concentrations of international business, management, and marketing. So here at Dillard, we are a Division I school. We are currently a member of the NAIA, the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics, and we're a member of the Gulf Coast Athletic Conference. We offer men and women's basketball, volleyball, and as well as men and women's track and field and cross country. We also have cheer and dance teams and a pom squad as well. I'll get to this a little later, but we do offer scholarships for students in all of our athletic programs, including dance and cheer. So at Dillard, one of the great things about being a small school what's different about us being a small school is that there's a lot going on our campus. So you're not just, going to class, going back to your room, but you're really getting some opportunities to interact with your classmates to really make your impact on campus. We offer well over 50 student organizations. They range from fraternities and sororities, honor societies, what we call city state clubs, which are organizations based on where students are from, tons of other special interest groups. If you don't see something that you are interested in being a part of on campus, it is very easy at Dillard to create an organization and to get students to be a part of that with you to make your experience a really, really phenomenal one. I always tell students the students who are typically most successful are those students who are involved in their overall experience. So this means not only going to class, but you're going to class, you're participating in activities and student organizations, and overall it enhances your experience. So these are some of our residential halls. We have 5 residential halls on campus, 4 that sit at the center that are suite style, Jack and Jill style dormitories. And then we have a townhouse style apartment complex that is located on the backside of campus. So within your first 2 years, you are in the residence halls that sit at the center of campus. And then as you transition to your junior and senior year, you move into the apartment complex. So how do you become a Blue Devil? Our admission requirements are very simple. They are, of course, your application for admissions, your application fee. We do waive application fees. Minimum GPA of a 2.5, unweighted on a 4.0 scale, and an 18 ACT test score or a 960 SAT test score. This year, we are offering test optional admissions. And so for students to be eligible for test optional admission, you have to have a minimum of a 3.0 GPA unweighted. Once in order to apply as test optional, you just complete the regular application for admissions. And from there, you will check off a box that says, would you like to be admitted test optional? And from there, it's a pretty simple process, and we kind of funnel everything else through for you there. So here are ways to apply. Of course, our website, www.dillard.edu. You can apply on the Common Black College application, and you can complete the application on the Common app. So as I stated before, we are a private school. And so this is what our average cost looks like. The direct cost, which would be tuition fees, room and board, will be about $29,000 for the year. We do not have any out-of-state fees. All of our students pay the same rate. The only difference is if you live on campus or if you live off campus. Although we are a private school and our tuition cost is about $29,000, we're actually ranked by U.S. World News and Reports as one of the top private affordable colleges in the United States. And with that, we offer lots of financial aid. We offer lots of institutional money for our students to receive to offset some of these costs. So here are what our scholarships look like. We offer 5 levels of merit-based scholarships. They start at $6,000 a year. So at our minimum admission requirements of the 18 ACT or 960 SAT with a 2.5 GPA, you automatically qualify for one of our 5 merit-based scholarships. And it does not matter that you are an international student. As long as you graduated high school within this year, you will be eligible for one of these scholarships. But they range from $6,000 to $8,000 to $10,000. And then we have our presidential and university scholarships, which are full tuition or full tuition room and board. We actually recently extended our presidential and university scholarship deadline. So typically that is December 1st, but we extended it a little bit longer. So if you meet those criteria, be sure to complete your application as soon as possible so that we can get that scholarship offer out to you. So additional scholarship resources that we offer, as I mentioned before, we do offer scholarships for our athletic programs, and as well as our cheer, dance, and pom squads. We offer talent-based scholarships for our theater, arts, music, and visual arts and film students as well. We have several other endowed scholarships that are based on institutional funding that we offer to students. Then we are partners with the United Church of Christ and the United Methodist Church. So if you are a member of one of these organizations, you go to a UCC church or UMC church, you are eligible for any of those scholarships that they offer as well. And then finally, we are a part of the UNCF, the United Negro College Fund. So any student who attends Dillard University is eligible for a UNCF scholarship. You just, of course, visit that website, complete your student profile, and from there you would be eligible to apply and receive any of those funds. Again, coach, remember, so if you've taken an ACT or SAT to submit your scores to us, these are the scores, the codes you would use and to get those scores sent to us. And of course, the ultimate goal. So our goal at Dillard, we want to get you here, but we also want to get you out. We pride ourselves in providing a great amount of student support and resources for our students academically, socially, spiritually. We offer free counseling services, tutoring services, several things on our campus to really enhance our students' experience and to make sure that you are prepared for graduation and that you are prepared for life outside of Dillard. Okay, and I believe, yeah, that completes my presentation. So I will hang around for a few more moments if you all have any questions for me.
Thank you so much for your presentation, and I was so happy to learn so much more about Dillard. Thank you for your beautiful slides and the great info. And thank you to everybody else who stuck around for 2.5 hours. Christopher is going to hang out here for a few more minutes, just in case you have private questions you want to hit him up with in the private chat. So even though the presentation is coming to a close, I will leave the room open for 10 more minutes, so to give you all the same chance to chat with Christopher as you did with the other institutions. And just as a reminder, you can also get in touch with me. Education USA is a free advising resource. You can ask me questions, and you can also book a free advising session. So I'll go ahead and put my little pop up there as well. So if you would like to choose a time in a day to have a conversation and learn more about how to apply to universities in the US, including the ones you saw here, feel free to do that. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope everybody has a great day.